Hey, it's your girl Barbie J. Welcome to my channel. Hey there, my Tyler Perry Zatima fans. It's your girl Barbie J here with the extended version of the Zatima uh, premiere of season 3, right? The season 3 premiere. I had uploaded the 1 minute one, but this is the 1.5 minute one, and it has more things that I can discuss and talk about. I can see the extent of what is happening now to speak on certain scenes that I wasn't able to before. Now I've had this for like at least since last Monday or Sunday or something, but I didn't upload it, and I'm sorry. Life started happening, and then the premiere of the video for Sisters came out, season 8, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I switched over to that. So now I'm gonna upload this video so you guys could see it. I'm going to try to put some edits in it. You might see some stars and sprinkles and whatever else. This way that Google and YouTube can't shut a sister down. Because you know how they do a sister. They will shut a video down saying that you reuse content. You know how they do it. Anyway, check out this 1.5 minutes, and then I'll jump in with my 2 cents.
I can't believe you got a little Zach coming.
What if it's a girl?
She'd be called Zatima.
Oh.
What about Zakisha?
Definitely not this.
Zakisha, no!
No.
Stop! Are you not in a good place? Between my mother and him? I told you not to invest. You took my money anyway.
Who got some money?
Hell no!
Hey, Vanilla. You hear it? Kitty really ground for you. Miss Gladys had an insurance policy? $25,000.
The money is mine.
Jeremiah, you are high. Look, I don't like this. No.
The money.
What did you do to her?
I didn't do nothing.
If a man hit my girl, nobody tell me, bro, we got a problem.
Zach's gonna find out. Look at your head.
I'm gonna ask you this one time. Did my brother hit you?
You know he has a problem.
I don't care. He's gonna have a bigger problem when I get my hands on him.
Zach has a record. And if he does something stupid, he could go to jail for life.
Where's Jeremiah?
If this is the way you want to live, then do it without me. Zach, I mean it. It's this or us.
Okay, so we see the scene with Zach and Fatima. I already talked about that. I thought that was a cute scene with him talking about she has little Zach in there. She's like, what if it's a girl? And he said, we're going to call her Zatima. And she's like, nah. And she says, Zakisha. Zakisha, no. I just love it. Zakina. He could do a whole lot of things. Anyway, then there's the scene. I told y'all, I spoke about how it seemed like Zach is fighting with everybody. He seems to be fighting with Bryce, who went ahead and took that money and invested that he didn't have. And that's an issue. I spoke about him fighting with Jeremiah. He's fighting with Jeremiah, and I'm praying that he doesn't kill Jeremiah. Because if Jeremiah dies and while he's fighting with him, that has to be probably from the drugs. It'll probably be from the drugs and not so much Zach, because they're saying Zach's going to get arrested for murder. So I'm like, who in the world is Zach murder? So he might have had a fight with his brother, but his brother could have OD'd. His brother could have took all that money from Fatima. That's another scene I'm going to talk about. And used up that drug just like his mama did. He might be sad that his mama died. But I thought when the season ended, season 2, that Jeremiah, he did leave and go away, but I thought he was on a straight and narrow, was going to do the right thing. Then we have Zach fighting with Tony. Now that's a surprise. That's a switch on people for him to fight with instead of the other friend. But I think Tony is trying to protect Zach from himself. Let's put it that way. And he's hiding Jeremiah from him because Jeremiah has a drug problem. Yes, he has a drug problem, but you can't keep making excuses for people with drug problems and allowing them to abuse your significant other or anybody else. Bottom line, that's how I feel. I'm sorry. The thing is, I want to know about that scene with him and Fatima. You see them in the, I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but when he's fighting with Fatima saying that money, she's like, you're high and all that stuff. He said, no, that money is mine. That money is mine. And he's shaking it and fighting with her, and she flips over and falls and hurts herself. His hat is in his pocket when he's doing that. When he's flipping and going there, his hat is in his pocket. He has no hat on his head. But when you see Angela there saying, what did you do? What you do? All of a sudden, he has his hat on his head. So I don't know if he gets nervous and put his hat on his head and about to run or something like that. I don't know. But the other thing is, how in the world did he find out that there was an insurance policy? The only thing I could think of is that Connie told him, that Connie said something, or that Zach's boys, who talk too damn much, said something, because they do talk too much. And he probably found out because they were telling all Zach's business in season 2. So that might be how he found out. But how did Connie know? And all I could think of is that, I've heard people saying, who's been paying on this insurance policy all this time? Who's been paying on it? There are term life insurance policies that you could put a flat rate on for like 5 years or something like that. I know there is such a thing because I've done it before. But usually it's yearly. Some people's insurance is monthly. There's yearly as well. And maybe Miss Alice had started doing it, or I don't know who could have probably do it, but she must have confided in Connie for Connie to know. I didn't even know that was Connie. Connie looks good. Look like she's, she did say she had about 2-3 kids, but she don't look all raggedy and high up like she used to, because she did used to do drugs. So I'm hoping and praying that she's on the straight and narrow now, trying to do right. But why all of a sudden out of nowhere she's coming with this insurance policy? And why did she go to Fatima, right? Why not go to Zach, people are saying? Why didn't she go to Zach? Because it's his mom. But you know why? Because I think Connie is realizing, and she's being respectful to Fatima. Instead of going to Zach and making her think that Zach is, that she's trying to hit on Zach or whatever, she went to Fatima so Fatima could go to Zach. And I respect Connie for that. I really do, because that's the only thing I could think of why she went that way. So then we have a scene where Zach is looking for Jeremiah. Zach is asking also Fatima, did Jeremiah hit her? And you see everybody over there. Belinda's in the picture, Connie, and his boys. And I'm like, what is going on here? Why is Belinda there? What's going on? Then it looks like when they're getting Jeremiah out of the car, it looked like that's Belinda driving that car. I'm just like, why is Belinda up in here? What's going on, y'all? And the other thing I saw about Belinda is that house. I remember that chair. Zach is in there tearing up a house. And it could possibly be Belinda's house. I don't know. Y'all put it down in the comment section. I was trying to see. That's not Zach's house. And we haven't seen his other two friends' house. So I don't know. It's not Angela's house either. So I think that's Belinda's house that he is tearing up. Talking, where is Jeremiah? And he's tearing her stuff up. And I'm like, yo, Zach, what Belinda got to do with it? If he's tearing it up, Belinda done put her 2 cents in something she ain't got no business in. That's all I can say about that. But guys, why is Fatima trying to hide it from Zach? Is it because of what Tony said, that Zach has a record and he could get himself in trouble? Is that why Fatima doesn't want him to know, because she know he's going to go off and start fighting? Y'all put it down in the comment section, the reasoning y'all think Fatima is refusing to tell Zach. Is she trying to protect him, and is Tony trying to protect him? Is that what's happening here? I mean, it's a possibility that's what's going down. And the reason I think Zach found out about what happened with Jeremiah and Fatima is because I think Tony felt compelled to tell after that barber, when he was doing the guy's hair, and he was saying how if somebody knew that my brother had hit my girl, they'd have a problem with me. We'd have a problem. So Tony must have been keeping it low, keeping it as a secret. And he just felt compelled that he had to tell Zach before Zach lose it on him later on down the road. And we see he did, because Zach flipped Tony over on the floor and was like, I said, okay, you don't fighting with everybody, Zach. You better watch out. Your boy's gonna jump you. But he's angry. That's his woman. She's pregnant, and I understand. My thing is, why did Jeremiah think it's his money? Just because he was with Mama all the time, did you pay down on that insurance policy? Did you pay down on it, Jeremiah? Why do you think it's your money? Especially if Zach is paying for the funeral, that insurance money is for the funeral. That's what insurance is for. A lot of times, folks think that when somebody leaves you insurance money to pay for their funeral and what other things, you think it's for you to be rich and get rich and spend it and do whatever you want and travel the world and buy new clothes. And hells no, that's not what it's for. Grow the freak up. Okay, that insurance money is to do the right thing for that person, that person's children. If that person had a house, to take care of the house, pay it off, whatever it is, do the right thing with it. Stop being stupid and greedy. Too many people are greedy and they kill other people to get the money. It's ridiculous. Anywho, $25,000 isn't a lot of money. That could go really quick if you don't spend it wisely. Then the fun part. The fun part of the video of what's coming up in Zatima is Deja. I love Deja Vu. Deja's like, hey, Vanilla. So she's like what did she tell Preston? We're going to make that kitty growl for you. And she started making those sounds like a cat and cat growl. I said, oh my Lord. And Preston seeming like he is tickled pink about it. He is enjoying it. And we see them together a lot. So I'm hoping that, they have them get together. I do. I really do. I don't know why, but that's what I want to happen. But I read somewhere that something was written like when Preston comes into town. I hope Preston's going to be his boy, Jack's boy, and be the one friend that's constantly trying to do the right thing, And but it sounded like they said like Preston was going to come and cause problems for Zach. And I'm hoping that's not what it is. I read it somewhere. Some journalists wrote up about the upcoming season, and they had something like that written. Anybody else read anything like that? Let me know down in the comment section. But I am hoping and praying that Preston's not there causing Zach any problem, and that he is going to be sort of a love interest for Deja to keep Deja off of, Zach's back. Keep Deja, get off of, leave Zach alone and give Fatima some space, some peace, especially now that she's pregnant. What else? Fatima getting on Zach's case saying if this is how you want to live, then leave me out of it or do it without me. So, like I said, I'm back to they're trying to protect Zach and get him to do the right thing, and they don't want him to beat up Jeremiah or whatever, or he's going crazy, beating up everybody and fighting with everybody and tearing up people's houses. So maybe that's what she wants him to stop doing that. And he has a temper, but I ain't hear nobody mention him being in therapy. I'm hoping and praying that he's still in therapy this season, because he needs to be talking to his therapist and getting this all straightened out and trying to calm himself and work through the anger that he has. Then one of the last things I remember is that Angela is screaming, no! And I think that's Bryce. I think that's Bryce driving into another car, because it's a red car. I thought it was a black car, but I think I saw red this time. And I don't know who has a red car. Maybe it is Bryce. He got him a little sports car. I don't know. But they're crashing into that white car. Don't know if they're doing it purposefully, or if they, or if they got sick or drove off real crazy and accidentally hit it. But the way I'm looking at it, it looked like they were purposely running into that car, that SUV, which means maybe somebody was in that SUV that they wanted to hit, but then you see there's an explosion and Angela's screaming, no! I don't know if she's saying no, if she's screaming Bryce. Anybody could tell? Let me know about that as well. And then there was a few other quick scenes that we saw, clips. We saw Fatima destroying somebody's artwork on the wall. She had on a red dress and she was smashing something on the artwork on the wall. We see her beating somebody's car with a bat. I don't know whose car that is that she is pissed at, but a few of them are standing around watching her beat that car into smithereens like she did Hayden's that time. Oh my goodness. And then There's also the scene with Connie is the one pulling Zach, trying to pull Zach off of Jeremiah. She's up there trying to get him off. There's her and Fatima walking into the hospital. I think there's a scene with somebody else sitting at that, who's sitting in the hospital, and I think they're sitting in the hospital because after that collision, it's probably Bryce in that car, because I think it was Angela in the hospital, with Fatima. So there's also Nathan and Connie in the hospital watching doctors run by. So I'm like, who is in the hospital? Is it Jeremiah? Is it Bryce? What are these hospital scenes? I can't see that Nathan and Connie are there because of Bryce, but I can see why Angela and Fatima are there. So I don't know what's going on, y'all. But there's that scene. There's also that scene where Nathan and Tony are holding Fatima back. She must be trying to go in there and stop Zach from acting a fool in the house or something. And they're holding him back, probably saying, let him get it out of his system. He probably just needs to tear up Ish and just get it all out. I can see that happening. So there is so much going on here, So I'm thinking this season is going to be very interesting. Last season was interesting too, even though we didn't like some of the stuff with Paul. I hope Paul is not in it. I hope Dr. Reed is in it, because Dr. Reed needs to be in it. He needs to be talking to Zach, because somebody needs to bring Zach down back to reality or something. Anyhow, I'm interested in seeing what everybody has to say. That's why I am doing a YouTube live tonight, which is Thursday, September 12th. And I'm doing it at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys all put your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. And please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. So if you're new here, or if you're returning and haven't done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell and select all, and it'll let you know every time I upload any new content to this channel. Then I ask that you smash that like button, that's the thumbs up button, write a comment, and share, because sharing is caring. And I will see you all in the next video. It's your girl Barbie J, saying peace.